Hey everyone, it's Cardtropolis TCG. Today we're going to be trying our new webcam system. Oh, what is that?
This is game one.
Oh, this is round one.
This is round one.
Okay, is this sped up though?
No.
Okay, all right. So I'm Dakota. I'm the owner of Cardtropolis TCG. Today we have Luke joining us. Say hello.
Hey,
Um, so yeah, we're going to be commentating on our store's first ever RCQ. I have no idea what we have here for round one, but
if I remember correctly, I think this is the Combotron player here on the left.
okay.
And as far as on the right, I do not recognize the deck sleeves. So we will see. And it looks like orange sleeves will be going first.
So yeah, this RCQ had 27 players, which means 5 rounds of Swiss plus cut the top 8. Pretty solid turnout. I still can't tell. Gallery's playing
It's something green.
it. Yeah.
Looks like both players are keeping. But he's pulling out their phone for life counting purposes, I'm guessing. Or just
No,
checking it to
he
make
got pen
sure.
and paper, bro.
Okay.
He's
Oh, I guess they were waiting for your announcements.
okay.
And yep, and is Tron. He's playing a power plant first.
Looks like a triome.
So I played against a Tron player. He lost super early, so I had no idea what his game plan was. He does have a grinding station. From what other players told me, he's on the aspiring spike list. So I'd like to see how it actually is supposed to play out.
There's no,
Oh,
there's glare.
so the player on the right has played a 2-drop. We don't know what it
That drew a
is.
card. You think it's a quaddle?
It may be a quaddle, but why did he not flash it in?
Fair point.
Tron has been assembled on the left side of the board, and that is
Mystic Forge.
yeah, Mystic Forge. Contemplating what he wants to do with his top card. Well, it looks like he's going to play it. Oh my god! Played a 3-drop. It looks like it's a creature. Oh, he's playing Mirror Retriever. Is that? Oh, he's got one
Oh,
floating.
so
So
is it kind of like the old KCI deck without KCI?
I think so.
Okay. So it's combo.
So he played a 2-drop. He had one floating, but he let it fade. So it's either was the Mirror Retriever the 2-drop?
Yeah,
Okay,
like when it died.
yeah.
It's a shock land from like Infinity.
Yeah,
Is that fairy? Probably.
that
Yeah,
is
I'm gonna guess it's a fairy because he just bounced something and drew a card.
okay. Yeah. Maybe it's a fairy. It's on one. Got a glance of the card he had in play. It's a green creature. Um, Ancient Stirrings for something. Let's see what our current player grabs. Looking at his hand, looks like another Eker.
Well, screen.
So he must not have much in hand he can play. So he's going to try to get some card draw. Oh,
There's
a
grinding
grinding
station.
station. Okay, so he's sacking the Wellspring. He's going to draw, and then he's going to mill. Um, don't know why he untapped the grinding station. Um,
How does it?
it untaps when you play an artifact. So he didn't play an artifact.
Oh, with the trigger on the stack. No. Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
Well,
Mm,
he didn't have a trigger on the stack.
yeah.
So whatever he just did here, we're gonna take a quick look at the wording on grinding station to make sure that
Yeah. Whenever an artifact comes into play, you may untap it.
he
So
didn't.
he played the other thing.
He had played that last turn.
Okay.
So if we rewind it just a second for before plays the grinding station, he taps it. He sacrifices the Eker
Because he played. Okay. He still has the wellspring in hand.
and he just untapped it. So
Unless we're missing something.
I don't think we're missing anything unless he's doing it in the untap step, which I'm not sure you can actually respond during the untap for that. So
He's gonna sack and get back the wellspring.
what is
One of those retro.
Oh, it's the artifact that allows you to play artifacts for less than the cost.
Oh, I
2
see.
less.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's playing Inker for free, drawing, sacking, milling 3. We still don't know why he untapped at that first time. Because you can't do things during your untapped step, correct?
Yeah.
So a
Well, he
judge
also didn't he play the
he played it last turn.
no the the
Grinding station?
yeah, didn't he play that
He
this turn?
he played it it doesn't respond to
I
itself though.
know. Yeah,
Okay.
I know. So I'm yeah. So then he was past his like
Oh, and
untap.
then that's interesting. He's solituting the main retriever in response to it being targeted by the grinding station.
Okay. So it stopped him from I don't think it's an infinite loop. Stopped him from doing
Yeah.
oh, that's not good. That's scrap crawler.
Yeah, scrap trawler. He goes back to
Oh wow. The second solitude.
this guy does not want him milling.
I mean,
It makes sense. You know, if your opponent's
is
game
that
plan
infinite though? If if close?
I do not know this list.
Yeah, no, I don't know anything about this deck
I
either.
played against this guy round 5 and he was able to do nothing because
Okay.
I exiled his Tron lands immediately with Big Karn and then played a Baby Karn set game 2.
Okay.
So he could not do anything against me.
This is game one, right?
This is game 1.
So this guy's main decking Deputy of Detention.
That's that's what it looks like.
So do you think this is like elementals? Because there's an ephemerate.
It's very possible this is just elemental control list, which hasn't been as popular since
I
the
think it's
Yorion
more
ban.
popular than just the Omnath decks. Like I think the Omnath decks are now elemental decks.
Yeah,
'Cause they're all
uh,
like playing like Cavern of Souls. And,
yeah, it's going for the straight tribal type
yeah,
control.
the three
Oh,
drop.
and he's leyline binding his. Oh, and he's gonna sack it in response. Okay, that stays exiled. Um, so I still don't know what the game plan is on the right side. Um,
I'm assuming once they get the loop going, they can just start what they mill their deck.
yeah, but it's green. So what is their win condition? I guess is my big question. What are they attempting to do with all that graveyard? I think it's the Tron combo. That's what people were calling it. Oh, we have the deck lists right here.
Oh, yeah, we do have the deck list. If you didn't top 8, there's a different stack.
He did
So,
not top 8 because he lost it in round 5. Yes, it was the top.
yeah, these ones are top 8.
If there's a star, is that the top 8?
No, stars were people who got.
Oh,
So I think is this Dan on the right? Do you know? Because he was playing Bant Arcades, which I think is what this is. So
walls.
I think that was a Wall of Omens to draw a card. Then
Okay.
yeah, I think this is the one guy, the guy on the right side. Here it is.
There it is right there. Mono green anvil.
So it wins with semblance and right. So semblance, anvil, imprint. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile a non-land card from your hand. Spells you cast that share a card type with the exiled card cost 2 less. So it makes things cheaper than Mystic Forge. Okay, so there's Karn. A ton of mana, Spellskite, Mirror
Maybe the
Trooper.
wind's in
So
the
the
side.
wind has to be in the side. I guess the wind's Alter Dementia, I would guess.
What's Altered Dementia do?
You can like mill your opponent. Actually, sacrifice a creature target player mills equal to the power. So you can like sacrifice like
Oh,
the
so which
mirrors and they keep coming back.
okay.
Yeah. So you have like a sack outlet and then they cost are free and you keep getting them back. So I think if you I thought the old KCI combo was like if you had two scrap trawlers out in a mirror and a sack outlet, you could just keep getting it back along with like other stuff. And if you have things that make them cost less, then you can just do it for free. Because normally you'd sack the mirror retriever, get it back, and get like a Moxel pullback and just like keep being able to play it.
So he's got a Chromatic Star, a Mystic Forge, and a Grinding Station out. Dan's got a Teferi in hand.
Yeah.
So does he bounce the Grinding Station here? Yeah. So he upticked Teferi, played other Teferi from hand, bounce Grinding Station.
I think he's gonna bounce the Mystic Force.
He paid 1 life
Yeah,
too.
to remove it. I mean, the Tron, the so I guess he named it Mono Green Anvil, but the combo player on the left is not really under any pressure right now.
But I think without the anvil, he's kind of in a tough spot of like,
I mean, he has a Mystic Forge, like that can start getting him.
yeah. So another Ecor, draw a card, sacrifice it, draw a card, mill 3.
So
He's probably just digging for his Tron or for his Karn.
mhm. 'Cause he is playing another Anvil in the side to tutor off the Karn.
It looks like he's explaining what his combo's doing. Does I don't know if he thinks he's in a winning position, but Fairy is not that good in this position. Just against Tron, Fairy doesn't do much other than bounce an answer they have on the
Yeah,
board.
because Tron mostly plays at sorcery speed.
and this list has no instance.
Mm.
Whereas some of them play Warping Whale for
And what is Warping Whale hit in the other deck?
this, and
Literally nothing.
yeah, in this deck, nothing.
I guess if there's a Teferi out the sorceries. No, there's no sorceries. There's all already. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and you can't respond to it anyways.
Yeah.
Um, so it's usually only in the deck for against countering the Cascade decks.
Mhm.
So what is he? Is he just cleaning up his?
Yeah.
How is? Did he just sacrifice a? I'm confused. How did he get that mirror retriever?
Man, I don't know how this deck works.
That's
Our
exactly.
first round, and we get the deck, two decks that aren't
Well, this
super
is a
common.
walls combo deck, or just a walls
Yeah,
control deck, which pretty self-explanatory.
there's no Omnath in here. It's just
Yeah.
wall of block.
Well, why do you need an Omnath if you just have, the what's the one? What's the wall? The one that draws you Wall of Omens.
Yeah,
Yeah. Why do you need an Omnath?
yeah.
It's cheaper.
Hey, that wall of omens can attack for 4 when the
Yeah.
Arcades is out.
Dan's losing a lot of land drops. I looked at it.
A lot of cycles because he has like Quaddle and wall of omens.
It's looking like the
I wonder how
Trump.
many Karns the Trump.
I've seen one
Yeah,
because he's running the Altar Japanese
yeah.
one. But I'm more curious on how many cards he has left in his deck and how many times he can afford to even.
Keep milling.
Yeah, because it looks like he has maybe 10 cards left in his deck. There's the Anvil. So if he decides to do the combo this turn, he has to be able to finish it this turn. So he's going to play the. Okay, so he's got Karn
There's
in
the
hand.
card. So that's the
An-
anvil, right?
Anvil, exiling Grinding Station. So he can now cast his 2-drop artifacts for free, essentially.
So if he
Um,
minuses,
so he's gonna play another Mirror Retriever, and he's gonna start milling with that on the stack, with the untap on the stack. So bring back that.
so that's infinite because you keep sacking the mirror to the thing, untapping and milling your opponent for 3. If you sack a mirror, you get back a mirror. You replay the mirror for free, and then untaps the grinding station. Then you tap it, sack it again, make your opponent mill. You just mill your opponent
Okay.
out, I think.
There's Grinding Station. You can target your opponent because I thought it was only your deck.
I mean, I would assume that's why the alter dimension was in there, but he hasn't. He could minus Karn to grab the alter dimension.
He hasn't done anything with Karn.
Yeah, target player mills 3.
Okay,
So
so
I think he has the combo.
now does Dan just scoop it up?
He's not playing an Eldrazi.
Yeah, he suits it up here after seeing the combo, and we're gonna go to game 2.
So he does have a way to win main deck without
So, yeah,
having.
so grinding
Okay.
station isn't just for him. I guess that makes the deck make a lot more sense now. Um,
Cool deck. I've never seen it
it's it's
before.
it's 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 definitely interesting. I think it's a little too reliant on artifacts. Because say your opponent has a Karn or a Stony Silence, the deck is just dead.
It has two Passages that you can grab off Expedition map. You gotta know. Well, not to Karn, but
Yeah, I mean not to Karn, but yeah, no, for I mean Stony Silence, sure, but that's what ended up happening against
does
me.
Cityscape Leveler
It's a
hit?
cast trigger destroys target permanent, so it
Okay,
can
so
hit
you could.
Karn.
Okay, so that's one way. Maybe you could walk in Blizzard. You could not Pithy Needles and stuff.
It stops it from doing anything. But yeah, I mean, but your opponent can always just you know pithy needle your Beseju.
I just now noticing that the combo player put his DCI number on his deck list. We don't use those anymore.
Uh, well, it looks like he printed his sheet off of
Yeah.
the site.
Hmm.
I think I still have my old DCI card somewhere in my
I
office.
still have it in my wallet
I
actually.
think I brought it the first time I came back to when I first started coming
Hmm.
to this job, just in case I needed it.
Yeah, ever since like COVID, I think they switched. It's been
The app.
yeah.
All right, so we're about to start game 2. Drawing out sideboarding because
They don't
they
need to.
don't need it. They're just wish boards. Yeah, he has no. He did not reveal Gigantha at the beginning of the game, and we'll see if he reveals it here.
Maybe it was more of a verbal thing than
Well, the
showing.
rules state you're supposed to show your opponent and
I'm pretty sure
declare.
it's supposed to be visible
Yeah.
too. See, the
Um.
rules are so interesting because like you could just put it out visible, and, like you don't say anything. Like
Oh yeah, you didn't reveal it within the rules.
yeah. So anything in the sideboard that you think might be good? So
Um.
Kentucky Wars Wave seems pretty good. If you can grab that.
What is that? I've never.
Your opponent's artifacts have upkeep pay one each one. So that's pretty good. I think engineered explosives could hit a couple things.
Dress down.
Stops all the creatures. It stops you from
It's
dying for a turn.
yeah. Um.
Even subtlety seems okay. If they go to play something that,
Is Flusterstorm only instance and sorceries?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Rest in peace. There's
Rest in
actually
peace.
a enforce negation. There's actually a good chunk of cards that I think are okay in this matchup. Of course you don't want to overside, but in game one, Dan didn't have a lot of pressure anyways. So
It seems like he got stuck on 4 lands and just did not draw
is
anything else.
Arcades a 5 drop? Or is
Uh,
he banned colors in one?
I think he is a 4 drop.
Okay.
That version of Arcades because that's the old version of Arcades. That was printed in
I don't think it's
not that old, but I mean, compared to it just got reprinted in this newest set.
not that one.
No, it's not
It's
that
this
one.
one.
It's the yes. What's up? Was that printed in?
419 in time
20.
power remastered. Not great.
And it's just turn walls into attackers.
Yeah, walls can attack and deal damage with toughness rather than power. Whenever a creature with defender enters the battlefield, you draw a card. It's fine vigilance.
So try and get some map out. It looks like he flashed in a quaddle, drew a card per turn. Shockline taps, swings in for 1. Try and get in the last piece. I do not like those newer Tron land printings.
Sure.
They're not. I don't think they look very good. Did he? Okay, so he did that at his upkeep. Got the land because he was tapped out to play. Swings in for another one. What does Tron have in hand? And just hoping he doesn't have the combo.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he got Tron, so he has a lot of mana now.
Karn.
Yep. I see the Planeswalker loyalty on the bottom. I think he grabs Anvil.
I think he either grabs Anvil
That's the
here. Yeah,
Anvil.
Anvil.
Alright, so now his stuff got well, he gets to put an artifact from his hand under it.
You don't know. He might play. He might put down
Spells good.
the only other non-artifact card in his whole deck, the Ancient Surians. He just puts that down. Make them still cost the green. Oh, and he both Sage use it.
So he has priority after he casts the Anvil. Um, now,
I think.
does Anvil trigger? Because if he can respond to the ETB of putting it under there and bounce the Anvil.
Well, I think he's responding to grinding station coming into play.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying I
Okay.
don't think he has a window where he could bounce the Anvil with the
No,
trigger before,
no, because I'm pretty sure Anvil's it's just the battlefield. It, it's not a trigger. It's just
oh, yeah, well, when it enters the battlefield, you may exile a non-land card from your hand. Spells you cast that share a card type cost 2 less.
okay. Now, I think the question is Dan going to swing at this Karn so that if he wishes, the Karn dies?
So imprint is a just clear.
Looks like he played a Wall of Omens. Swinging Karn for one. So if he does wish with Karn, he will have to sacrifice Karn. Does he replay the end? Play Spellskite. Okay. And he's going to Solitude the Spellskite. Exiling a Wall of Omens. Dan wants to be able to target those artifacts. Are you looking at Imprint Merlins?
Yeah. It based on this, it does look like it's a triggered effect, which means he could respond to it entering the battlefield, bounce it, so then they couldn't cast the
But it's a May, so at that point they would not choose. So I think that's why he waited for him to
I
cast
see. Sure, sure.
Grinding Station to bounce it.
Did he
So
end up bouncing the anvil or the?
he bounced the anvil while the
Okay,
grinding station was
okay,
on the stack.
okay. Then he has to like minus himself again if he wants.
So he plays a mirror, the trigger on the stack. He's milling himself out. Why did he draw a? Oh no, he did not draw a card. He brought that back from the graveyard. Cycle, looking for most likely a force. Oh
Nope.
no, didn't find it.
Oh no.
Oh
Yeah, that's it.
yeah, that's game. Game two.
So 2-0 for the Tron combo player.
2-0 for the Tron combo player. I did not get to see this. I was interested, but he just did not have it when I played against him.
Okay. It's kind of brick.
Yeah. I don't know what Chalice would have done there. I mean, I Chalice on two,
I
I
mean,
guess would have stopped it,
yeah. If you tell us on 2, they can't keep bringing back the mirror retriever.
but I think he would have down ticked Karn and got Cityscape.
Yeah, to pop it. Yeah. I mean, you can also use map to grab Beseiju and pop that.
So that was an interesting match. Two decks I have not seen prior to this event. I know that the Tron combo list got popular recently because of Aspiring Spike
Yeah.
building it and playing it.
His decks get pretty
And then the Bant Walls is not something I have ever seen.
I think that deck's supposed to be better in like mid range kind of mirrors. I don't think it's a fast.
Yeah, I don't think that it's meant to be fast at all.
I mean, I guess in theory you can win on what turn 5 maybe if you go like wall into arcade, you swing for like 8 and then swing for yeah,
another 20
maybe.
after that. Yeah,
Um
I just don't. I don't like the list. I don't like either of those decks particularly.
okay.
They both seem bad.
Oh my god. Oh my
I
god, so harsh.
like Dan as a
So
player, but
harsh.
he always plays jank decks. He's not.
Yeah, I mean, he plays what's fun. I think and even when um like later in the tournament he ended up getting a game loss. I think he's still his reaction to that was just I'm just here to play Magic.
Yeah,
So
he's not a competitive grinder as some players around here are. What did he get a game loss
accidentally tapping incorrect mana to play something, so he got a games rule violation.
for?
And it was an irreparable game state, so we gave him a game loss and gave the other player a warning for not maintaining the game state.
Okay.
But he got a game rule violation, illegal. So,
That's something you got to watch out for.
all right. Well, that was round 1. We'll be back for round 2 hopefully soon. Yeah. All right. Welcome back for round 2 of our first ever RCQ.
Like that deck
Was it like 3D printed ones?
It maybe I've seen similar things like that
Okay.
before. That's a cool deck. Now hopefully his deck isn't garbage.
You gotta
Oh,
drop it. So I'm gonna guess prowess. I don't recall anyone playing Zoo at this event. There might have been one guy playing the what else uses Gauntha? Oh, Breach. Breach could use Gauntha.
What can we see on the bottom of his deck?
I thought Flood Strand. A Triome.
The
Oh,
Mega Suit?
maybe it is Zoo. I think I saw a cover. Yep, there's a cover. Okay.
Yeah. So Zoo versus.
So
We can't see the bottom of this guy's deck.
I thought the only Zoo player at the tournament was playing the Cascade Zoo. There's a Ragavan in there. Maybe this is just normal. Fast Zoo. I have a spicy new Zoo list.
Okay.
Yeah. If you guys like Zoo as a deck, I have deck profiles already for it on the channel, with more to come actually. So
Gotta put the Etron profile on there.
I'll do whatever deck profiles you guys want. Stoneforge Mystic on the right means
Or is
hammer
that
time.
hammer?
Hammer time, probably.
Wait, is that Tian? No, those nails aren't painted.
So, from the zoo side, I feel like hammer time is an incredibly easy matchup.
Yeah.
Because you just have really big things. You have removal, and your sideboard. If you have, a couple cards for it, like you can usually just hit their important things, and then
Can you
usually,
hit? Can you hit? Inkmoth.
like, how do they get the hammer on it without it dying first? Or you can block it.
I guess. Oh yeah, because you have the flying artifact creature.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like every time I played against it, it's not been extremely hard. I'm not gonna say it's free, but that's just my results from a couple RCQs. Nothing.
That's gonna definitely come up on the recorder.
Yeah, that's fine. We're still learning here. All right, so mulligan to 6, probably a Ragavan.
Ragavan.
Seems good.
Don't know what that is.
Oh my gosh.
There's a 1 white drop, which can be a lot of things in Hammer.
Well, it's not the. Oh my gosh.
Is it Mom?
Oh, you think it's Giver of Runes?
Yeah.
I don't. But I guess it could be. So that's the Bug Triome.
So we just saw it there in the shadow.
Oh. It's the Forge Tender thing.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I think it's like pro red and black.
Interesting.
Okay. I want to find the deck list for that. All right. So it's not Kyle's deck. It's not Tien's deck either.
He exiled an Aether Vial. That's a. Are we sure this is Hammer? Because it has an Aether Vial in it.
Oh, you think it's like Death and Taxes?
Maybe.
Could be. So I believe this is the zoo deck that I found. Oh. It was probably this. It's definitely this list. It's definitely not Hammer Time.
This. I'm not even sure.
Oh my gosh. It's Vizier combo Stoneblade. Oh, that's sweet, actually.
So Stoneforge comes out. It's probably gonna get a Cauldron.
I mean, Batter's Calls all. Oh my gosh. That's part of the combo. That's that's a Luxor. Luxier.
Okay. Well, so he didn't grab the Cauldron because he was gonna block with the Stoneforge for the take the Ragavan. And then that's the Chonky Boy.
Oh yeah, Kazu. Yeah.
So that's a 4/4 right now. Looks like.
No, it's a 5/5. Yeah, he has domain with the 2 lands. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to binding.
Ooh, he binding for 2.
No, he grabbed the Triome and then tapped the white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the Luxier Giada's Gift. It's an equipment, obviously. Equipped a creature gets +1/+1 for each counter on it.
Mhm.
Equipped permanent isn't a planeswalker and is a creature in addition to its other types. Equipped to a planeswalker 1, equipped 3. So it turns planeswalkers into creatures. And
there's a giver of runes there too that he just put down.
okay, so that's gonna help protect his combo. What
did he? What did he play there? Another Stoneforge?
I didn't see him search for anything, but
Yeah, me either. He's gonna pull the giver.
oh, that's the Vizier, I think, or the Devoted Druid. I think it's Devoted Druid.
Yeah, so it looks like the art looks like yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember this guy on the left. I saw him at a couple RCQs that we went up to. The one that you top 8'd, he was there.
Okay.
In where was that? The one it was like snow.
Snowish? This one you top 8'd.
No, it's the one where Michael won.
Oh, over at Mugu.
Okay, yeah.
We will not talk about that story.
But yeah, he's been playing the Zoo deck for a while. I think he's just playing the stock list. He keeps asking me about like deck lists and stuff every time he sees me, but I think he's just playing stock.
Wait, is he going off now? He
has the Vizier and so he has infinite mana.
Oh, he just played 2. Yeah,
he just played his whole hand. Okay. Oh, is he countering the artifact? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a Fauna Shaman on the left there.
Yeah, Fauna Shaman. He's got 3 Devoted Druids. And then
the Vizier. So yeah, he has infinite mana right now. So the Fauna Shaman is a little threatening. He just chumps with the Shaman or the Vizier, or yeah, the one that makes mana. Yeah, so the Fauna Shaman, if he draws a creature, can discard a creature and search for any creature.
Yeah,
so
I run it into my CEDH list.
Okay, so he needs to draw not a land. Oh no! I'm going to assume
he's gonna
get something.
Yeah, he's gonna probably grab a Walking Ballista.
Yeah, and then that's game.
Yeah. Yep. Ballista. Yep. Okay. So I have not seen this deck before.
So it used to just be the Vizier like combo toolbox kind of thing. But I'm not sure. I'm assuming they're just playing a Stoneforge package because they can grab the Luxier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'll double check, but
why do they have the Luxier if they don't have any? It doesn't look like they have any. Planeswalkers to what else does it do?
It like turns planeswalkers into creatures.
Is that it? What's the point of that if they don't have any planeswalkers?
So you go turn. So what you could do is go turn 1 Luxier, turn 2 Devoted Druid, turn 3 Equip, and then you have infinite mana.
Oh, so it stops the -1/-1.
Yeah, it's another way to make infinite mana.
Interesting.
But the Stoneforge package also gives them another like way to win when their combo just keeps getting like disrupted.
No, this is when Megan walked around and passed out the
promo.
the mystical disputes.
I thought that happened round 3.
Well, maybe we missed round 1. That doesn't make sense. Why would we? Maybe this is round 3. Well, we missed round 1? That doesn't make any sense either.
We'll figure it out later. Yeah. It's fine. So, the Zoo deck has a little bit of spice main deck. It's playing Path to Exile as the 3 flex slots for Murktide and just additional removal. So sideboard, sideboard Geist Saint Draft. That's cool.
If Solitude, Path. I think that's the only ones they would want to bring in. Maybe Containment Priest, but I don't think that's too good in this matchup.
So if I were the Zoo player, I would probably bring in Dromoka's Command just as ways to just additional removal spells. But he doesn't have a lot for just... I mean, he doesn't really have anything to stop the combo. I mean... maybe you bring in like Wear Tear. Well, no, Wear Tear doesn't stop either Cauldron or Batterskull, really.
Yeah. You
could... Yeah, I don't know. I probably wouldn't bring anything else.
Yeah, you just need this. You just need to just stubborn denial everything.
I guess.
Like hold up the stubborn denial for when they decide they want to play their combo and get the.
So if I'm going, okay, so I guess what I would do is I would just side out 2 Ragavans and put in 2 Dromoka's Commands probably.
Well,
because on the draw, Ragavan doesn't do anything, and they have that Burrington Forge Tender that's pro red. Which I don't know if that's what he played or not. Like, unless it's I didn't see it.
Mom.
Okay. That card is interesting.
Well, they only have a 1 of Walking Ballista. Ragavan could help them here if they play it and they hit one of their key pieces off the top that they only have 1 of. Because that to me, that seems like the only thing to do with their infinite mana.
Yeah. I don't know. Your opponent's going first, so they have multiple turns to play. They could play Druid. They could play Forge Tender. They could play... I mean, they're not going to block with Stoneforge Mystic, probably. Depending on what they grab.
Well, we saw them do that last turn. Or last game.
That's because it was just a 1-drop, so it didn't. He doesn't. He would rather just pay 1 mana to put it in than 2. But I guess then it got Stubborn Denial. So I guess. All right. So.
Yeah, Wild Mikado, Leyline Binding again.
And solid turn 2.
Wild Mikado is such an old card, but still people don't know what it does.
Yeah. So if I were the combo player, it looks like they have like a Knight of Autumn in the sideboard, which could get rid of the Leyline Bindings or the Kavu. Gaddock Teague could stop the Leyline Binding from getting cast.
So it looks like he casts a Stoneforge right here.
Okay. You could bring in a Solitude and maybe some Path to Exiles to buy time.
He's going for the Cauldron turn.
You know, it feels so bad when you go for a Cauldron and then your Stoneforge dies.
Yep.
And then you just like literally can't cast that. But if they make infinite mana,
I messed up playing against the Hammer turn or game 1 or match 1 in this tournament because in response to the trigger, I decided to exile the Stoneforge, which made them go get a Hammer instead of Cauldron.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yep. So Tien was like, you should have just waited. But I wanted the Stoneforge gone.
Sure, yeah.
Kavu, he's got a big boy out now.
So Stoneforge is alive right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stoneforge is alive. He'll probably play the Cauldron this turn.
Those basics look nice.
Yeah. I think if he gets the Cauldron down, I don't think there's much. I guess they could what?
Well, he has Path to Exiles and
I guess Leyline Bindings can do it. But that's going to be something that's going to need a immediate response. Oh, this could be bad.
Is that the Forge Tender?
No, that is the Giver of Runes. It's another one. So if he lets it resolve and stay on the field, he can bring the Cauldron out and give it protection whenever he needs to. So I think he just passes right here and waits till
the other player tries to attack.
Yeah, tries to either attack.
I think that's pretty. Well, you can't give it pro the first turn it's in play.
No,
but he can still block though.
He can still block. And then he can also bring it in, but he might be waiting for the Giver to be online to do that, so he can give it pro. But if he targets the
that doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, that doesn't really do anything either. He's just setting the board up.
Yep. Surprise Battle School? No, okay. Just
I don't know if I would have done that there. I might have. I get he doesn't want to waste mana.
It could be because the other guy only has Bug up. He doesn't have White up.
Oh, he doesn't have White?
No, not with that. Not with that land.
Okay.
The White Triome is the Mardu one that's tapped.
Okay.
So yeah, if the
do you think this was a mistake by the Zoo player?
What if he's holding Stubborn Denial though?
Maybe
that would be the only thing.
But he can't Stubborn Denial the like it.
Maybe he's just holding up just
cause.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of spells in the deck, but yeah.
I think I would have bluffed Leyline. But
if he did have a Leyline, though, I would have attacked and then did it. So, I mean, I don't know. Based on normal play patterns, I guess you could. And that's
a Battle School right there. So this is going to be a tough field for the Zoo player to overcome.
Yeah, he's like laughing.
I don't think he comes back from this. And I think at this point, both these players would be, if this is round 3, both these players would be 2-0.
Yeah.
At this table. So he's got one Stoneforge without Summoning Sickness and a Battle School in hand. Mother of Runes, which will just give anything he has protection.
Isn't Giver of Runes?
Giver, whatever.
Yeah, they're the same thing, basically.
Same. Potato. He buys. Okay. What do you know? Do you know what the other card in hand is? Can you tell?
Can't see it.
No. So he's gonna put Battle School into the field right now.
So I guess the combo player on the right. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh.
Pro green. Swing 9. Vigilance and lots of things. I mean, you're pretty protected now with from anything because you can just give pro white. So maybe you don't. Well,
if he's not putting pressure on the board, he's just going to start swinging it with the flyer.
Do you think he's attacking, and then if the guy chooses the block, then he?
It looks like he did attack here, and since it has vigilance, it doesn't tap.
Yeah.
And now he's just gaining 9 life. And if he tries to remove it, he'll just give it protection, unless he targets the artifacts themselves. Because
he could like draw a bolt for the giver and force them to use it, and then in response to them using it, get rid of it, I guess.
Well, we know one of the cards in hand is Gigantha.
Yeah. But he's had like one other card the entire time, which we think is a stubborn denial. Okay, well, there's no land. Okay, so he's just swinging out, hoping to get something here.
That's what it seems like. He's I
mean, this is not going to end well for him.
No, I don't think this, because what, he's pathing the germ?
Yeah, I would guess. Just let that happen.
So yeah, because I mean, if he's got a land in hand, next turn he has enough to just put it on a Stoneforge. The Cauldron?
No, the Cauldron's like 7 to equip.
Yeah, and he's got, oh, okay. He'll have 6 after this, no? Because he just equipped the Batter Skull. So if he gains a land...
I don't know why he's chumping here, because the thing has trample because of the Scion.
Oh, that's what he's explaining.
Oh, yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can explain that after he declares blocks.
Well, I think I've played against this player on the left, and he's a relatively nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He usually just comes to have fun. I think he came with... No, he didn't. He didn't come with the winner and the second place person.
He's not from Olympia.
But he knows them.
You start to know most of the people from the RCQ circuit, basically.
Yeah.
Once you play enough of them.
And so he's doing the math right here.
Well, it's 10 plus, so 14.
I don't get why he just didn't give it pro white.
That has to be a forged tender then. That just has to be a different card. I think that has to be the forged tender because it didn't die, which means that has to be the pro red one.
Well, he's got the Ballista in hand, but that doesn't really help him here very much. Is he just swinging out? I guess, yeah, because he doesn't have life gain, so he's just... Oh, he is...
+1/+1 fight. Solid.
Doesn't seem to have any answers in hand. I have not seen Dramoka's command in quite some time.
I really like that card in the zoo deck. It does a lot of things.
It does.
Like, it protects your creatures from, like, burn. It can protect you from burn.
Back in Tsarkir block, I used to play the green-white devotion deck, and that card won so many different times. The only deck I seemed to struggle against, which was Esper Dragons, which my brother played.
Okay.
And there's just something about control I just could not. Is that what happened here? Did he concede? It seems like okay. Oh, okay. So he just, I guess he swung in, and since his life was so low and he didn't have any blockers. Well, that was...
I mean, yeah, he took a lot of damage from his lands and then took 9 that one turn, that one swing.
And yeah, the white player had to be above 20.
He was definitely quite a bit above that, I believe. So he did bring in Wear Tear.
I don't know what that would just... Oh, sure, get rid of the Batter Skull, but...
If they don't have mana to bounce it.
Yeah, but they're not playing any enchantments. I don't
I mean, it hits the little sword thing, which is part of the combo, but
I don't think it does enough. And maybe he just, that's a weird matchup. I have no idea what was really going on with that deck, because I've never really seen that deck before.
But he did bring in I was right.
I will say I like both these decks more than the last match we watched.
Sure. I mean, I love Zoo, so.
Zoo's good.
This combo deck, it has some new cards, but it used to be very popular in Modern a couple years ago. Because it could win on turn 3.
Okay. Did he concede or?
Yeah, maybe he could kill one of the things, but then he still is just taking too much damage.
Well, yeah, and if he didn't have a stubborn denial, he had Ballista in hand, so he could just ping for whatever was left.
Oh, maybe that was it. Maybe he swung, did 2 damage, and was like showed him the Ballista for 3 or something. That was probably it.
But both these decks are pretty interesting. Looks like Zoo has been a pretty strong contender in these last few RCQs I've been to. You top aided.
Yeah.
When we went up and played at Geek Fortress. This place, right?
Yeah. The deck is very strong, and I think a lot of people just don't give it enough credit. Like it's like the creatures are so big.
What is it weak to?
Removal.
Wow.
So like against creativity, for example, if their removal just lines up with your dudes and just kills all your stuff, then you're just kind of a sitting deck.
Yeah.
It honestly plays very similarly to Merfolk.
Okay.
Except that
you don't have a bunch of lords.
Well, yeah, you don't. Your creatures are good by themselves, kind of thing. But you are susceptible to Blood Moon. I would say that's like the deck's weakness is just decks with Blood Moon.
Okay, so that's why it has a bad matchup against Murktide and Scam.
No, I think I think both those matchups are perfectly fine. Because they like rip apart your hand and then you just plop a 5/5 out, and they're like, "Well, I got a 3/3 or a 3/2 or a 4/3 or something."
It'll be. Let's see if they grief you turn 1.
You don't care.
Yeah.
You just need to have the right fetches. You have enough removal to where you're not going to die to a grief just poking you for 4. Like,
well, what about a Fury poking you for 8?
I mean, you have Tribal Flames and Leyline Binding, and you could just put out a 5/5 or something. Okay. So you have a lot of ways to deal with it. Like I haven't had too many issues with those decks in particular. Murktide, I think, is a good matchup. Unless they draw all 4 of their Unholy Heats, then that feels bad. Okay, that's how I lost that top 8. But your stuff is just bigger than theirs, and you have multiple outs to Murktide. And most lists now for Blue Red Murktide aren't even playing like 4 anymore, so you don't have to deal with that many. But yeah, as long as you can get your mana underneath you, and get like a basic out or 2, then you can fight against like the Blood Moon.
All right, so this will be
should be around 3, but
this is round 3 or 4. I'm not sure. Because that's Krista right there, the Eldrazi Tron player, sitting right there at table 3. Guy's taking a sweet time to get everything out.
That's fine.
His opponent hasn't shown up. Yeah, I would have called the judge at this point.
No, like, you have like a minute from when you sit down.
So far we've seen Combo Tron.
Yeah, it's been like all different
walls,
decks. So.
What else did we see? Combo Tron, Zoo,
Druid
combo. Now let's see what's. Oh, the guy in the green shirt made the top 8, correct?
Is he the Murktide player?
Was he playing Murktide? He didn't.
Oh, win. No, this is Jund. This is Jund Death Shadow on the left, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, he showed up a couple days early and was like hanging out. Played Aaron a couple games. the day or two before.
He's revealing his mystical spear that he got a few rounds ago.
Yeah, the amount of people like asking me if they could put it in their deck box, I'm like, yes, it's fine. Yeah, look, another one.
Oh, this is the Combotron player again. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he loses here because he played me right after this.
Okay.
So this is round 3.
Okay.
Because it was only 5, right? Yeah. Yeah, because I recognize those dice.
Those are nice.
So yeah, I would if this is the matchup you think it is, I would say that Shadow's just quicker. Like if he doesn't get his combo out on turn 4.
Yeah, and I believe the player's been like abrupt decays and well, that was a risky shuffle right there. Open sleeve into closed sleeve.
He could also just run Leyline into the void.
Let's find out what he's playing in. Okay, this was the Combotron.
Okay.
Assuming it's the same guy.
It is the same guy. He's got the giant dice.
Okay. Sorry, it's taking me a second to get through all these.
It's all good.
He top 8'd, so it actually should be one of these. I believe this is one. Yes, I think this one.
Straight right, yeah.
We need like one of those like editor things where we print up the card and just move it over to the little white.
I can do that. I can do that in the editor.
That's funny.
Oh, for the
cards that we don't know what they are.
Well, I'm assuming it's map.
Okay. Yeah, or star.
Yeah, star. Because he's not playing sphere.
Inquisition. That
Oh, that's gonna if it's a
Stirrings
star,
is looking pretty nice.
Yeah, if it's a star, that he's probably gonna grab that Stirrings. Because that looks like a anvil, and then I don't know what the top 2 look like lands. So it looks like a Stirrings, an anvil, and maybe a map. Top of a forest. Yeah,
I'm surprised he hasn't read the anvil because I would have to read that.
I'm busy shuffling.
Is that card played in Commander at all?
Anvil?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then I guess if you play a lot of Commander, then you might know.
Yeah, if you it's played a lot just for value. I have it in my mono black artifact deck. Yeah, he took the Stirrings. Oh no. Took the anvil, okay. And grinding station and 2 forests along with the Stirrings. I don't know if I would have took the Stirrings, but maybe he's just.
I mean, main deck, his only answers to resolved stuff. He has no answers to main deck resolved artifacts. Unless Grist can kill artifacts. I know it can kill creatures, but
No, they can't.
Yeah.
It's artifacts and planeswalkers, I believe. Or it's creatures and planeswalkers for Grist.
Yeah, so he can't remove any artifact that lands.
Yeah, but he's got Terra Sunder and Abrupt Decay.
Oh yeah, no, in the sideboard he has plenty of things, but yeah.
And Alpine Moon. I feel like that'll help him a little bit. Keep his mana down. Name Tower.
Bobble before playing a land to decide if he wants to fetch or not.
So what's the advantage of playing Jund over, let's say,
Grixis.
Grixis?
So you're basically sacrificing blue for green.
Mm-hmm.
So in his list, the green looks like Traverse, Gore Clan Rampager, and Tarmogoyf and a Grist. In the side, it looks like Terra Sunder, Abrupt Decay, Veil Summer. Yeah. I would say it's faster because he's playing Teamer Battle Rage and like Gore Clan, so like the removal's basically the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's just black red removal. Tarmogoyf is big, but it does die to like Unholy Heat and stuff. So I don't know. And there's a lot of graveyard hate right now. He's also playing a Breach, so that could potentially make his Tarmogoyf worse. But the Breach, I'm assuming, is just to win the game. But he's not playing any Lightning Bolts to be able to bolt people, so I guess he's just breaching for value.
Well, he's got a 1/1 Death Shadow out right now, and this deck does not have a way to do anything with that.
Yeah,
he would have to Karn into an answer for that, and there's not really much there. There's Cityscape Leveler. He didn't reveal his companion this time either for this match. This is the second time.
He doesn't have... Oh, the other guy?
Yeah, Gigantha. Because he didn't do that for the game one. He did do that for me. So, but he's already been forgetting it. So yeah, I think the only thing he can actually do to stop it is a Cityscape Leveler and a Walking Ballista.
You can hope it just doesn't get big enough, quick enough. Yeah, that anvil cannot get answered.
I don't think it needs to.
Makes the artifact cost less. It makes them cost 2 less, right?
Grinding Station. Is he trying to do the thing that we... So he's not... Yeah, he's not allowed to do that.
Wait, no, so he's
responding to...
No, he didn't untap it, though.
He's about to.
Oh. Okay, so he...
To my understanding, it can't...
So I don't understand how it untaps when the untap, I thought, was it ETB or cast?
It's ETB.
So how is he responding?
Because it doesn't see itself enter. So he's trying to...
Okay, so it does see itself.
That is weird.
Yeah, so that's what he's been doing then. So he'll play it with the thing on the stack, then he'll... Okay. So you play it and you get a free mill, then?
If you have something on the field to eat, yeah. But I think he's going to lose to this...
Well, it's still at 20. The guy's at 10. Ooh, grist. Make a bug. And this is where I would like the Grixis version more, because at least you could hold up
Counter spells.
Drown in the Log or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, he was just dead.
That's weird that it can see itself when it enters the battlefield. I feel like it would already had to be on the battlefield to be able to see it enter itself.
That's what the internet says, man.
We're gonna have to consult Gabe about this later because he could be able to explain it. Yeah, and he's taking. Let's see what he's taking out. Yeah, Gris is useless here.
So the removal is pretty well. I mean, he didn't even see. I don't. Did the guy play the Retriever and the Trawler?
Yeah,
and start doing stuff.
Yeah, that's how he won.
Okay.
That's because that's how the deck wins.
Okay.
You think this deck would benefit from the Urza's Battlethopter? Being able to flash play it at the end and just go off at their end step.
Okay, I didn't know what that card is.
It's the new legendary artifact creature from
Brexit?
No, Dominaria? No. Brothers War.
What is it called?
Urza's Battlethopter. And it lets you play colorless and artifact spells at flash speed.
3 mana.
Well, you're playing Tron.
I know, but you can win without getting Tron, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we just saw that.
Yeah. I don't know. The list looks pretty tight as is.
Take Spell Scout out. Because I don't know what, like, benefit it. I mean, what?
So... Spell Spike can actually protect all of your artifacts from removal, like artifact removal, actually. So it just protects anything in the deck. So, I mean, it protects the combo to an extent.
I think the deck's just too weak to... I mean, in the current meta, there is a bunch of graveyard hate already because of Mark Titan Scam, along with Living End being a major players in the meta, along with any artifact hate. So, Collector...
I mean,
there's...
yeah. The cool thing about this deck is because it's playing Karn, you do have the Wish board, which has a lot of answers to opposing hate. I mean,
Cityscape Leveler is the best one.
I mean, Haywire Might can hit most things that hate on you.
Well, except for it's an artifact that can be activated if there's, they have an opposing Karn.
Okay, yeah, I mean, opposing Karn is
any artifact hate, like what's the other one? Stony Silence, and then the Collector Oof.
Yeah, I would argue those two cards, like Stony Silence and Oof, are not widely played right now because they don't really stop like Hammer Time that much.
No.
And that's what you mostly want your artifact hate
Stony
for.
Silence sees playing blue-white control, though.
Okay.
It looks like he mulled down to 5, putting 2 back, and it looks like John will be going first again, and bobbling and see if he wants to play fetch or not. It looks like he is going to fetch. Going down to 17.
With that feed?
Maybe.
What else gave you turn 1? Traverse.
It can be Thoughtseize, Inquisition, Traverse.
I mean, I think it's a discard spell. I mean, it could be a Soul Guide Lantern if you sideboarded that in.
Oh.
Okay, so he's thinning before Street Wraith, so he's less likely to draw land.
And he just drew an Inquisition. Was that 2 grinding stations?
This glare is killing me. Improvements for next time.
Yeah. It's fine on the left side.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just thinking. It looked like it was 2 grinding stations. Oh, wait. No, is that a Mere Retriever?
I literally can't tell.
So it takes the grinding station. We'll see what he...
lands and
Yeah.
Yeah. He like randomly drew a card. I'm like, wait, what? And I run the bobble.
Yeah. Bobble was so long ago at this point. He's already played 4 other cards.
That's how modern is nowadays. Very efficient. Is that a Terrace Under?
That he drew?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I didn't see it.
It looks green.
It is not looking good for Tron here.
I mean, yeah, they mulliganed and don't really have much going for them, but they're not under pressure yet.
Yeah, they're about to be. It's going to be a Thoughtseize into a...
Well, they can't play Death Shadow because they don't.
Oh, they don't have black. Looks like he's got the artifact, the soul.
Yeah, the Soul Guide Lantern. I think maybe I saw a Breach. Soul Guide Lantern now. Snipe the station, probably. Yeah, seems fine. For one?
For what? Okay. That doesn't seem good, but I guess he just doesn't...
ramp. It's ramp.
I guess he probably just doesn't have any other options at this point either.
I mean, I'd rather ramp than play a Mirror.
Yeah. It also looks like he's got an Anvil in hand, too.
Is that the Terrace Under?
No, that's
that's Traverse. It's pretty good.
So
I guess
2/2.
That's the advantage of playing green right there.
Yeah.
I mean, just having more Death Shadows in your Death Shadow deck.
There are ways to get it, yeah.
You know, one cool thing I actually like is that you can traverse for the grist. Like, that's actually that's pretty cool.
It doesn't help you in this matchup, but yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So he must have just announced it then. I like to put my companions like in front of my actual decks. When I go to pull out the deck, it's like right there. I'm like, oh yeah, I should put that in. I know it doesn't seem as like professional, but I think players don't take advantage of little things like using dice on top of their deck or, you know, writing people's hands after using Thoughtseize, stuff like that. I don't know. Doesn't cost you anything to do, and it can prevent mistakes.
So that Goyf's a 4/5,
I
guess.
Land, creature, artifact,
sorcery.
So
Does he just go here and tear us under the ramp?
I wouldn't. I would just hold. Well, right now he's tapped out, but I would just leave it up.
A fetch and a shock would be really good here for him.
I mean, I guess like the Death Shadow deck just kind of tries to take away your resources and just put you on a relatively fast clock.
Looks like he's tear asunder in it.
Not the land though. I think he hit the.
No, he's hitting the mirror.
So then he gets back to the Spellskite.
I don't think he can.
Oh wait, it's exiled. Oh yeah,
exiled. Okay.
Yeah, it's exile target artifact or enchantment. And if you pay 2, a black and a colorless, so it's 4 mana, then you can exile any non-land permanent.
Okay.
It's actually like not a bad card. I guess that's another reason to be playing Jund.
Yeah, 11/11 right now.
So the Death Shadow's a 2 and the Tarmogoyf's a
yeah.
Is that
4.
Is Tear Asunder? Do you know if it's an instant?
Looks like it's a sorcery.
Okay. So he only has 6 damage on board, so it's unlikely that he's gonna have lethal next turn, and he doesn't have bolts either. So looks like the combo player has 2.
Well, if he draws a fetch and shocks a land in.
I know that's only 3 more. Like he would have to draw like Street Wraith into go down to 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, I guess if he draws like Street Wraith into fetch. I guess Thoughtseize would good.
Inquisition.
Takes the anvil. And it's looking pretty bad.
He's got a Karn in hand. He can't cast it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's a way that he can not die next turn. Like, what does he get back the anvil and just hope that he can chain something? Oh, they said Is that Michael?
Yeah.
What's up, Michael? No, Tron player, or the combo player looks pretty.
Yeah. Oh. Judge call?
It must have landed face down because I don't remember getting called over for this.
I don't think you did.
But he also surveilled it to the top, right?
Yeah.
So
it's a 1/1 here.
Yeah, he just
now he's done it. No. That's the first time we've seen him officially
reveal
his companion.
See, like the rules are so different because like some tournaments they'll be like you can just like leave it out, but then other ones you have to like verbally say it each time. It's like, when's the best time to say it without forgetting? Do you say it when you present your deck? Like that's usually what I do.
What more is he thinking about putting in? Because I don't. If he's already boarded.
Sometimes play draw can like make a decision. In this kind of matchup, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, because you would just be changing your removal pieces.
Yeah.
So
I haven't personally play tested this Jund Death Shadow deck. Like I would assume I have most of the cards for it, but I'm surprised there's no lightning bolts in the deck. I get that like Unholy Heat kills more than lightning bolt, and same with like Fatal Push and Terminate. But like not having reach, especially with like Underworld Breach in the deck, like I don't know. You are an aggressive deck.
Yeah, the lack of bolt with running Unholy Heat and Terminate seems redundant. It should. I would.
I mean, Unholy Heat can kill Planeswalkers, whereas Terminate can kill Murktide.
Yeah. I don't know. The lack of bolt is disturbing. I also don't know if I agree with Tarmogoyf. It's not bad, but I think there's.
So what?
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think of Misery Shadow?
In Pioneer, it's fine. I wouldn't play it. I would play Douthy Voidwalker over that.
Not Misery Shadow. That's not what I meant.
What does it do?
The one that came out in New Capenna.
Shredder?
No. The black creature that has a similar effect, similar stats to what what's it called? Has the Death Shadow, but it's a 2-drop instead.
You mean Scourge?
No.
I'm over here like I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I do vaguely remember because I remember joking about a 12 shadow deck.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think it's better than Scourge.
I don't know Scourge. I'll have to look that up.
Okay, I'll look up Scourge. Scourge, like, it's like it gets for every like life your opponent has like not like lost or something. So its power and toughness is equal to 20 minus the highest life total among players.
Okay.
So yeah, if you bolt your opponent turn 1, you can play this as a 3/3 on turn 2.
Is that a double Thoughtseize or no? Oh yeah, no. I think he got on Thoughtseize twice in a row.
Is that a traverse too? Or
yeah, it's also a traverse.
Traverse is green. Is it a blood crypt? Or is that has to be green under there? Oh, maybe it's overground too. Yeah, it's green.
Shadow of Morality or Mortality.
Okay, so
it's a 7/7 that once you get down to the same.
So you can play it for 2 mana if you're at 13. Yeah, so if you're
at 7, you can play it for 2 mana.
I think Scourge is better. It just gets bigger as your opponent gets dead.
Like, yeah.
Also, Scourge is not double black, which means if you're playing a third color, yeah.
Goyf, Shadow. And the Shadow's a 1. Oh, it's a Shadow's a 3/3. How big is the Goyf? It's got Artifact, Planeswalker, Sorcery, Land, Creature. So it's a 5. So it's a 5/6. This is, if he's able to get his life any lower, this could be a very troubling time for the Tron player.
Yeah, I mean, we're saying this deck is not as good as the Grixis one, but it puts out threats and hits their hand.
I don't think this is a good showing of like what its weaknesses could be, because there's going to be very little interaction on either side other than the other than the Terra Sunderin. Because there's not much that the Tron deck is going to do to this deck.
I do think this deck is less clunky than the Grixis one. I think the Grixis one, if they're playing like Shredders and Expressive Iterations and Drown in the Locks, like I could see that one just being slightly clunky.
A lot of 2-drops.
Yeah. Whereas this one just does not. It's like Tarmogoyf, Kroxa, Breach, and a Grist.
Terminate.
Yeah, I mean,
Teamer Battle Rage. It's interesting.
It's less, but yeah.
Looks like he just drew a Terra Sunder. Does he have Tron? For a second, I thought the Death Shadow player played Beseiju. What is... Oh, he Beseiju'd... Okay. He's trying to get rid of his red source, I guess. He's just going to grab a mountain.
You know what's interesting? I am surprised this Jund deck is not playing red and 6. I mean, it's not exactly part of the plan, but I feel like getting back fetches to keep shocking yourself seems...
So I don't think the Tron player... What did he think he was gaining by doing that, I guess? Yeah, now it's... I think he's staring down lethal.
I mean, he drew a fetch.
Yeah. Fetch, shock. He'll be down at 5, making the Death Shadow a 8/8.
Looks like a 5 Tarmogoyf.
Yeah. 5 Tarmogoyf.
Is there a guy at 11 or 14?
Yeah, I think it's just over here. He fetched, shocked. And the Tron player is tapped out. Not really much he can do.
Well, now he's left with nothing.
Well, he's got the Battle Forge.
Oh my gosh, if that. So he's not dead, I guess, but he
might as well be
down to
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he must have been at 17 then or something. Well, so if he has Tron, what do you want to draw here? A Karn? Karn and Snaring Bridge?
Well, he's got a Mystic Forge, so he drew and he has the top card of this deck. You could also exile it if he doesn't like it. But I don't think he has it. He doesn't have...
I think his out was Karn and Snaring Bridge.
Karn and Snaring Bridge is the only thing
that would prevent him from dying.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he got a Ancient Stirrings off the draw. Doesn't look like there's a... Is that a card? It might be a card.
Want to know what deck I would like to see?
What?
Lantern Control.
No, nobody wants to see Lantern Control. That takes 2 hours to play a single game.
Because they that new land, you could just make more lanterns.
No, we don't know. We don't want that.
I'm surprised those haven't that hasn't popped up yet.
No,
people are all in on Amulet Titan.
Because it's good. Amulet Titan is good, and it finishes games within 10 minutes.
I know.
You have both matches done.
There's like professionals on Twitter like tweeting about dying on turn 3. Like twice in a row. Like
I died in turn 2 at the Battlegrounds, the team event.
Yeah, well now it's like it can consistently turn 3.
It could do that before.
Now it can more consistently turn 3.
I do not think that deck is fair. But we've been down this road before, so I'm
Well, he's doing something.
Why did he look at the top card of his deck? Oh yeah, because of the Mystic Forge. That's right.
Okay, he's close. Actually, he's very close. Floating mana.
Floating 3 mana.
Yeah.
It's gonna get 1 green. Draw a card. It's probably a land.
Like, he's so close. Surprisingly. Like, we thought he was super dead, but he's actually, like, really close. Comboing off here. Oh boy.
He's like, don't you forget about that mana you just used. He's only got 1 mana. I don't think he can do anything.
Yeah. I don't know why, but it's kind of a pet peeve if somebody reaches across the table and just, like, takes my dice or something. That kind of would upset me randomly.
Sorry if you guys hear that. There's some construction next door. I don't know what he thinks he's gonna. Well, Star, once it goes to the graveyard, he draws a card. So
I know, but what can he?
He's got to.
Has he played a land this turn?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, so if he draws like a tower,
if he draws a tower,
if he goes tower into Anvil, he could get there.
But he doesn't have. What does he have to put underneath the Anvil? Because you need to exile something for the Anvil. Now, if he has an Anvil on top and an artifact in hand.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. He's got a tower in hand, so maybe he has played a land. So he's gonna play the land this now, or because he's got a land drop. He's down to 3. He was playing Bolt. He would be in Bolt range. So
yeah.
Yeah, okay, so he hasn't played. All right, so he's got 3.
And he has the Anvil with no card. He has the Anvil in hand with no other card to pitch.
If it's an Anvil on top, he could just pitch the Anvil to the Anvil. Oh, he's just going to buy back, but he loses here anyways. Because he's just going to untap, swing. Yeah. What was the top card? Show us the top card.
Oh my gosh.
Don't be scared. He doesn't want to show us top card.
Yeah, I don't think
there was anything he could have done there.
The combo deck just kind of lost to itself, I think, in that match. Like, the Jund deck just did have, like, some interaction, but I feel like it wasn't, like, a huge amount of interaction.
Yeah, I still don't particularly like this Combotron list.
I think it's a unique deck.
It's definitely unique, but I do not think it's good enough to format it.
You think it's just too hostile for it right now?
Yeah.
Similar to, like, Affinity. When people bring Artifact Hate, you just put the deck away for...
Well, I don't even think Artifact Hate's the big issue. I think the Graveyard Hate is the biggest issue.
Okay.
Because if you can't recur your artifacts, the deck's dead.
Yeah.
And there's no way.
He's kind of like, I'm going to bring... People bring a lot of Graveyard and Artifact Hate. He's like, I'm going to bring a deck that does both.
Right, yeah. It's just not... It is a very interesting deck, and I'm sure it's probably fun once you
So
get
maybe
the combo.
maybe he's going for the like surprise factor where he just
a
hopes
rogue deck.
Yeah, you just hope your opponent doesn't really know how to interact with your deck.
Well,
But
as soon as
it's
you
pretty
see it,
obvious.
yeah, as soon as
like,
you
I don't
see the
know.
first one, it's just like, okay, well, I have to deal with his graveyard, or I just take care of his artifacts. Like the surprise factor is gone after game one, and if the opponent, which should have both artifact and graveyard hate in this current meta, with Hammer and Murktide being huge issues, like I don't see it really working unless you just happen to get paired against a deck that just doesn't care about those things.
Yeah.
And you're able to get your combo before it matters. But like even with like let's say Scam, like they even play Graveyard Hate for their opponent. They play Leyline of the Void. So there's not much that can happen there. That and they can pick your hand apart and just keep it down without anything really happening to them, and they just get a giant creature out. And there's no real removal that they have in this deck. Like the removals in the side, which it's Cityscape Leveler, which is their best
you
removal.
You have the Seiju, depending on what.
I mean, yes, but
Michael, do you want me to print those? Oh.
I mean, they have Walking Ballista too, but that doesn't deal with permanents that aren't creatures or planeswalkers. Stonebrain is okay against other combo decks, I guess, but you have to know what you're playing against.
Yeah.
Like creativity, you name it Archon. You get to see, go look through the deck and see if they're playing any other creatures other than Archon. But I think it's just too weak to the current meta. Like maybe if we get into a less graveyard focused meta, but I think Murktide would need to be banned to see that.
I don't think Murktide needs to be banned.
Oh, I don't think it needs to be banned, but
Okay.
I'm saying for that kind of meta to happen, I think Murktide would need to be banned. So let's go to the final round we have recorded, which should be round 4. And it is the E-Tron player versus Dan.
Yeah.
This is when you gave him the game loss.
Yeah.
So this is round 5.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know where we missed the match. Was it round 1? Because Tad said he played against Dan round 1. So
maybe.
But I'm pretty sure I hit record. I don't know. Who knows? Round 1 doesn't matter. These are the mean potatoes.
Yeah, this is basically a win and in right here.
Yeah. This E-Tron player, she has won, or not won, but she's gotten into the top 8 so many times to events that I've seen her at.
Yeah, I think we were talking to her about it, and I believe she has 7 or 8. Like since
she has 7 now.
Yeah, since she moved here, like last fall, she has 7 RCQ top 8s, and unfortunately 0 wins.
Yeah. Which is really interesting because I've also seen her be at the very bottom of the bracket as well. As just lose everything and then leave early.
Okay.
She did that over at Laughing Dragon, the last one we went to over there. I don't know. Actually, no, you didn't go there.
No, I didn't go to that one. Sometimes you just.
Oh yeah, no, it's Tron. Sometimes is amazing because you get everything you need, and sometimes it's just like, okay, you're just gonna keep drawing Tron lands and stuff that doesn't do anything to the board. But she's beat a lot of our local players a lot. She beat Dan over at Tacoma Games. When he was playing I believe he was still playing creativity there.
Dan's mostly played creativity.
He was playing elementals before Yarian got done.
Yeah, and he actually recently started looking back at that deck and played it last week.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did because I played against him. That's right. I got stomped. Rhino sucks. And looks like she's mulling down to 5. So I messaged Joel this list.
Okay.
And he says the only thing he doesn't like is the land base.
Is it because she's playing too many?
No, he doesn't like with the like the what's it called lands. I'm drawing a blank here. The
Lasso basics.
No, the non-base, the utility lands.
Sure.
I don't think he agrees with the crawling.
That one hits graveyards, right?
Yeah, but you're already running graveyard hate in your side, and then the blast zone you really only need one of. I think those are the only disagreements he had with it.
You're just playing 23 lands and no Urza Saga, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we were currently working on like a team deck for this, and all the lists that we were looking at, if it played 23 lands, 2 of them were Urza Sagas, and if it wasn't playing Urza Saga, it's playing 21 lands.
I do like her land art choice.
Oh, sure. No, she has a very pretty deck.
I don't think those are foil though. I don't think she has the foil versions.
Most of the deck is foil.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't. We did a deck check. Honestly, it's been a while. I don't remember if the lands were foil or not, and I can't tell with the glare here. But most of the deck was foil.
Okay.
Maybe she's using like matte, like front sleeves or something.
Maybe.
So we talked about this Walls deck earlier on stream.
What do you think she's holding 2 up for?
Maybe she just doesn't have anything.
Maybe. She could have a working well.
Yeah, it could be.
Because she hasn't played anything. She doesn't have a graveyard, so she hasn't played anything yet. Dismember, okay. No, and she's got Tron. Did she just draw into Tron?
I think she's. There's a chalice on something.
3.
So she knows what she's playing against then.
Okay. Let's chalice on 3 hit here.
Soul Herder.
Okay.
Also hits Deputy of Detention, Infernal Witness, Knight of Autumn, Fairy Time Raveler.
Okay.
Yeah.
That hits a lot.
It hits a lot of the cards that hit her back. Like the Raveler like can't come down and bounce stuff. The Autumn can't like destroy stuff. So yeah. Do we assume that's just another wall of omens? Or wall of blossoms?
One of the two. I'm sure we'll see it when the shadow hits it.
I love how this deck's playing 12 2-drops and like draw a card.
Oh, and she already has Ugin out.
Pretty sure that's the problem.
Yeah, no, because it's gonna bolt.
Well, it can't bolt the wall because they have 4 toughness.
Well, it can still bolt the wall, just uptick. But yeah, I think it just bolts them. Yeah, because she has him at 13.
Yeah, 12 or 13.
So, and he hasn't changed his life total yet.
I think he's at 12.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I don't really.
That's a 4-drop. So what is it? Omnath?
Arcades.
There's
no Omnath.
Oh, so he's gonna swing at Ugin with the wall.
Nice. Arcades actually did something this game.
So what? She'll just minus this 4 here.
What's the Ugin at?
5.
Okay, yeah. I mean that would wipe the board.
Oh,
all is
dust. I love that. I love that promo of all is dust.
Yeah, no, it's nice.
Yeah, I can't believe I sold mine to you. I forgot it was in there.
Do you not already have one?
I have an all is dust. I just don't have that promo.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot what it was in the deck besides the dismembers. He's got big Teferi in hand, looks like.
What? There's no big Teferi. There's
No?
little Teferi.
Okay, so he's just got little Teferi?
Yeah, and he can't cast it. Okay, he can cast it.
Cast it. He can chalice check
it. Just another wall.
Another wall.
Wall storm. Just like draw.
So he's gonna bolt his.
Yeah, just keep going
bolt
face. Like, yeah.
It's pressure. He's at 7. She has him at 10. He has himself at 7. So I'm not sure.
I mean, okay, that's stuff. I don't know. I think when any life shuttle gets changed, you should communicate with your opponent to confirm that you're at the correct life. I just think it's lazy when people don't confirm, and then a turn or two later, you're like,
he chalice checked her.
Oh,
because she can't cast that. That's interesting. Oh, Quaddle. What we thought he played last time.
That's interesting.
Gotta remember what you got out, folks.
See, that's you. I think she just missed it, but that's where if that starts happening too often, you need to like investigate that because that's like
I've done it when I've done a chalice on one and then I try to play a map.
Yeah. Poke. If you could play cards closer to the left, is that Ottawa?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's fine. Just replay it.
Yeah, she'll just replay it.
Yeah,
minus it, -2. I think that was a bad decision.
Well, was it close to ultimating though? Maybe he had to. Okay.
No, because she had only upped it twice, so it was just back at what it was before. Because she -4'd it to get rid of the Arcadia. Oh no, she Aldous dust.
Yeah. So that 5, 8, 11. It's -12, right?
-10.
Oh, so then it was at 11 then probably if she upped it twice from 5. So maybe he had to just.
It was at 9.
But how does it get to 9 if it was at 5 and then it goes up 3?
It goes up 2.
Oh, okay. It goes up 3.
No, up 3 that would be busted because it would be able to the turn after you play it because it comes with a 7.
Okay.
It would make it so much stronger than it is. I was able to ult it twice in this tournament. Mark did it after he realized he already lost. So he just wanted to let me have my fun because people usually just screw.
Yeah.
And I think I played against somebody else and they did not realize what was going on. So is he ephemerating the Quaddle to draw?
Makes sense. Or the wall. Either or.
That now he's ephemerating the wall.
Draw for turn.
Why did he not Ottawara the Chalice?
Maybe he doesn't have a lot of 3s in hand. I mean,
maybe. Well, he's got the Teferi. So if he had Ottawara the Chalice,
he didn't have enough mana to do both.
Maybe
because it's 4 to Ottawara, and he has no
did
legendary.
At the step.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
so he could have Ottawara the Chalice, played the Teferi, bounced the Ugin, drew a card. And then she would have had to choose between playing the Chalice on 3 or playing Ugin.
What he needs is a Beseju.
Yeah. And she just minus Ugin.
Yeah.
Got rid of everything. Play another Quaddle.
He has 12 of these types of effects in the deck. Like, if you're trying to attack him, like, you're not going to do much.
Well, yeah, she's just going to get a card in hand. Oh, so he just went to block, and then he doesn't want her to get the card in hand, so he ephemerated it. Just draw a card. I still don't see how he's going to win. Oh. So, in response, he should fetch. But he does not catch that. Yeah, okay, no, okay, he catches it, okay. Yeah, as soon as you see that, you need to fetch. Because it just shuts your fetch lands off.
Mm-hmm.
I would have done it the opposite way. I would have minus the baby Ugin, the first baby Ugin, and then plus the second one, so you'd have a bigger Ugin out.
I love how the baby Ugin is still like a 6-drop Ugin.
Yeah. Well, now if you already have a baby Ugin out, it's just 4-drop.
Oh my gosh. Let me guess.
Another 2-drop, yep.
I would not want to play against this wall deck as Murktide.
And he's just scooping it up here because there's nothing he can do.
So, the Arcades player on the right, stuff to bring in against Tron.
Dress down. Subtlety.
Maybe force a negation for the Planeswalkers.
Maybe. There's just not much you can do.
Kataki's kind of funny.
Engineer explosives wouldn't be bad for against those tokens that she's generating.
I mean, it's also playing. Maybe just playing 3 colors, I guess.
Yeah. She doesn't need to bring anything in.
Well, yeah, she doesn't. I mean, she has 2 Stone Brain and 2 Relic in the side, so maybe she swaps those over.
Yeah, she's got flexibility. Well, she plays 1 Stone Brain in the main, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think any. The only thing I really disagree with here is the Inscribed Talent.
She's also maining 4 Chalice of the Void.
Yeah, that's weird. Because if you don't see it and you see a Karn first, yeah.
I mean, there's a reason she probably has it this way.
Well, she'd rather.
But I do prefer having the one-ofs all in the sideboard.
Yeah.
For like Karn to grab.
But I mean, who knows? She's the one that's she's gotten to more top 8s than we have. So
yeah.
I think the only other person that has gotten as many top 8s are you and Dan, like percentage wise. So
I think Dan has the most, but he's played in more than me.
Yeah.
But also, he plays the same deck every time. I play a different deck every time. Well, not every time, but like
I play one of 3 decks.
Yeah,
usually.
I cycle through decks. Like, I really like playing Zoo. But then I'm also like, I like playing Merfolk. I gotta give the fishies a
my biggest complaint about going to these RCQs is that I always end up playing people from the shop. Like, I don't get to play new people.
Yeah.
Me and Aaron almost always play for the position to get into top 8. And it's so annoying. Because he just wants to get into top 8 and, get some prizes and stuff. I actually want to qualify, so there's a little bit of a friction there. But Aaron's awesome. Like, he's definitely given it to me before. and we've just gone out and to the back and smoked and just waited for the round to be over.
Oh yeah,
because he just wants to play. And I sometimes I'll give him the prize money if it was looked like he was going to get it.
Yeah, I don't particularly care about like the regionals. They're not really formats that I've liked so far.
The San Diego one, nobody really cared about because it's standard.
Yeah, but the Texas one is Pioneer at least.
I just want to go back to Texas.
Yeah,
it's an excuse to go visit my family for a little bit. See some buddies I haven't seen in a while. It's also cheaper to go to Texas than California, even though it's further. Because California, sure, it's cheaper to just maybe drive or take a plane too, but you go to Texas, it's cheap to just stay. So is that a map or a tablet?
That's a tablet.
It's a tablet?
Yeah. That's another card we're a little bit controversial on. Like, I get that it finds the Tron pieces, and that can be relatively nice, just so you can play more things quicker.
Mm-hmm.
But like Eldrazi Tron, like doesn't need Tron to like do stuff. Like it's nice. I guess
it helps eat your temples as well.
Yeah.
But you already have Sylvan Scrying for that.
Not in this deck.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they're not green.
No.
So
I mean, well, so I'm thinking of Carl's list because he's doing the green version of this, so he can play Haywire Might with versus Saga.
Okay.
Which I like. I really like that list. He's not very good at it, but I like that list.
Yeah, mixing the two decks basically.
Yeah, because I think he's still running some black because I think he still has Dismembers.
I mean, you could play Dismember without playing Swamps though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. I mean, Merfolk plays Dismember. There's not a Swamp in there.
But like, my issue with the card is it doesn't help you against Flood.
No.
And she's already playing 23 lands, and she's playing the tablet. So I'm just like, I feel like her deck probably curves out better than like other Tron decks, but like there's probably some games where she just floods out and is not able to do much.
I think that's the only match she lost is when she flooded out. Besides in the top 8. I don't know what happened in the top 8. I wasn't paying attention to her.
Yeah,
I was watching the Rhinos.
The exact same thing happened where she flooded and then I think drew a tablet. It just doesn't. Like, what are you gonna do? Hit no lands off it and then be able to draw a card into another non-land in a deck with not. I mean, there's a decent amount of lands, but
did Teferi target nothing?
Maybe he's targeting the thing. He would probably plus, right? Like I would. Because if he minuses and she sacks it, he doesn't get to draw the card. Because the target goes away.
No.
I can't tell. But maybe he did target it. Because it looks like it's on a 1.
Well, I think those are two separate things. Because you draw a card regardless.
With Teferi?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Soul Herder. Oh, this is where it happened.
Oh.
Yeah, because he doesn't have white. And she draws a card.
Oh, and then this is just game.
Yeah, because he
doesn't have white to cast a fairy.
Well, it's not a fairy, it's a Soul Herder, I think.
Planeswalker?
No, I think it's a Soul Herder. It's not a fairy. See, it's
okay. Oh, is he talking to you right now?
Now he's talking to her, and she's gonna call the judge. Yeah.
Oh.
So unfortunately, in this situation, what ended up happening was it's a games rule violation for I mean, it's also a failure to maintain game state kind of thing. So because it's basically irreparable, because she used the tablet and drew a card. I think she said she drew 2 cards, I believe. That it wasn't possible to go back. So yeah, she got a warning for, failure to maintain game state, and then he ended up getting a game loss just due to games rule violation, just not casting his card correctly. Because that's like Ketria trio, so there's no white.
Yeah, but he called it out on himself, so
Yeah.
that's commendable. But yeah, that sucks. Did you already make your ruling here, or are you explaining it to him right now?
No, I went and looked it up.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because Gabe came over, right?
Yeah, Gabe came over first.
And that's not a great way to like win into the top 8.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you want your opponent to play the best that they can. And this is not the first time this has happened to her as well. Dan got a violation on a deck list because he put the wrong lands
Oh my gosh.
into his list. And it was the same day that Thomas did the same thing when he borrowed my burn deck. And I told him the lands were the same as the list, and he needed to change it from what he downloaded on Goldfish.
Mm-hmm.
And he did. So he got him, and they both got a game loss. That's the one that Tommy ended up winning. I also got a flat that day on the way to the tournament.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
That's when my rim got ate up on that on 6th Ave.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That was not fun.
So you just drove there on it?
No, I was down the street from it. So we pulled into we pulled into one of the pharmacies, and I just left it there, went to the tournament, came back, put the spare on with air, and the battery was dead because I forgot to turn the lights off.
Oh my god.
So luckily it's a stick. So we pushed it out, and I jumped it in. So we were able to fix that. But that was the worst experience. I was so thrown off.
Yeah.
For the matches. And I still had to stay until the end of the top 8 because I drove people there.
My camera got bumped.
But this is the Swiss. The rolling for it's gonna go, and Dan is ultimately gonna lose this match. I don't think he had a very good chance of winning anyways with this start. Because what does a soul herder do?
It doubles all your ETBs.
Okay, so he just gets to draw extra?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe it doubles ETBs.
This is you right here. Telling her.
Yeah.
Okay. Poor Dan. Such a nice guy.
Yeah, if it was repairable, because he called it on himself, I would have tried to repair it, but it was too
far.
Based on what they had told me, based on the video, like I think I missed like another draw or something. It wasn't like too bad, but yeah.
Well, she had done the inscribed tablet and then drew.
Yeah,
so it was too many things to stab
back. But I mean, it is a higher level tournament. You are expected to play at a higher level. So, but Dan was cool about it. He just wanted to come out and play, but it was unfortunate.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the Swiss rounds, and then we have a couple more of the top 8. No spoilers, but
I think we already did.
We only have 2 of the top 8 games. What?
Two of the top 8 games?
We only have the quarters and the semis.
Yeah, because they split. All right. Well, everybody, we will see you then.
Yep.